Alright guys, as some of you know, not too long ago I picked up a couple of the Wonder Boy games for the Sega Master System, and while playing these games I noticed some rather strange things about these games. Now this is the first one. It's just called Wonder Boy, and when I started playing this one I noticed a vast similarity to another game I had played before. It's really strange, and I wasn't sure if this was a clone of that game or that was a clone of this game. I'm not going to mention what that game is yet. You'll see it when I play it, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But another weird thing is going from Wonder Boy to the sequel. This is basically Wonder Boy 2, but it's called Wonder Boy in Monsterland. This is a radically different game. It's a completely different style of game. So that's kind of strange too. And then even stranger is you open up this one here and you look at the cartridge. It says Super Wonder Boy, Super Monsterland. And apparently some versions in North America were called Super Wonder Boy, Super Monsterland, whereas other versions were called Wonder Boy in Monsterland. And in Japan, it was called Super Wonder Boy in Monsterland. But anyways, they're pretty good games. It's just there's a lot of strangeness about them. I'm going to start playing Wonder Boy. We'll take a look at Wonder Boy. Many of you will probably recognize the game that this is similar to, and I'll talk about that. And then I'll show Wonder Boy in Monsterland, and we'll just look at what a different game it is compared to the first one, but also a good game at that. So we'll start with Wonder Boy on the Sega Master System. So here's the title screen, and the title screen will scroll down, and we will see this game was made in 1986 by a company called Escape. So I started playing this game, and right away it looked familiar. Where have I seen this before? A little caveman guy, an egg. Oh, okay. Throwing hammers at snails, jumping over rocks. I played this game before. Exactly the same. This game. Another egg. What's this? A skateboard? A skateboard. Okay. Jumping over fire. Where have I seen this game before? I played this game before on another system. Wait a minute. Is this Adventure Island? Is this Adventure Island on the NES? So here's Adventure Island on the NES, and the graphics are a lot shittier, but look at this. It's the exact same game. There's only one difference. There's one difference. The guy's wearing a hat. What did they think if they just put a hat on the guy no one was gonna notice? This isn't the same game as Wonder Boy. No, this guy's got a hat on. Completely different game. Look at this. Okay, I don't remember those birds. But there's the skateboard. It's the exact same game, with shittier graphics, and the guy has a hat on. So back to the Sega Master System version. Man, does it ever look so much better. But anyways, here's what happened. This game was made by Escape, 1986, for Sega, and Sega owned the rights to the character's name and appearance. Escape then sold the rights of the game to Hudson to make Adventure Island on the NES, but since Sega owned the rights to the character's name and appearance, they had to change the character's name and they put a hat on him. Otherwise, it's the exact same game. The original was on the Sega Master System. Actually, the original was a Sega arcade game. Then the Sega Master System version. And then Hudson Soft created Adventure Island for the NES, based off the rights to the game. So that's what happened there. Pretty awesome game. It looks great on the Sega Master System. So now on to the sequel. This is Wonder Boy in Monsterland. this game is a completely different game. It actually has some RPG elements in it. Your character, you know, he gains equipment, and he gains weapons, and you know, you've got to get money to buy, you know, potions, and yeah, it's a completely side-scroller action game. You know, maybe you'd say it's kind of like Zelda 2 or something along those lines, but completely different game, and it's made by the same company. I mean, this was made by Escape. They're now called West Tone, but it's the same. It's the same company. It was made by Escape or West Tone and published by Sega. Once again, this was originally an arcade game, which is kind of weird for an arcade game to have these kind of RPG elements. I can kind of hard to picture that in an arcade game, but it was originally an arcade game, and then basically ported to the Sega Master System first before anything. And this one was ported to a lot of other systems, Commodore 64, PC Engine, the ZX Spectrum, Amiga, Atari ST. So there's a lot of ports of this game. But once again, you know, this is a good game, and you know, it's kind of not really, you know, a Wonder Boy game if you played the first game and then you played this one. So once again, you know, maybe they should have started a whole different series, gave it a new name, and kept the Wonder Boy series going, or, you know, done something like that. But I mean, either way, they're both good games, and they're both great Sega Master System games. You know, they both have pretty good graphics, and they're fun games, and certainly you should probably own all of them if you're a Sega Master System fan.